Alright, so just looking here at question 1f from this section, use the quotient rule to find dy dx if y equals x over square root 1 minus 3x. So similar to a previous one we've done, we break this into the two individual functions. U equals x, so we're going to have u dash equals 1. V equals 1 minus 3x to the half. So v dash is going to equal half 1 minus 3x to the negative half times negative 3. We might just simplify this a little bit to make it simpler. So we're going to have negative 3 all over 2 square root 1 minus 3x. Alright, cool. So we've got that all sorted. So now let's start with dy dx equals u dash v minus uv dash all over v squared. So we've got our u dash is 1. I'm just going to put that in a bracket for this first step, and then times v. V was square root 1 minus 3x. Right, and then we've got minus u was x, and v dash was this thing here, so I'm just going to put it in a bracket, negative 3 over 2 root 1 minus 3x, close bracket. This is not the best, it's sitting a bit close to each other, and this is all over v squared, so v squared was, so v was 1 minus 3x to the half, and this is all squared, so this straight off the bat, let me use a different colour just, so this and this are going to cancel, alright, the 1 is going to be fine, so we're going to be left with, our next line here is going to be root 1 minus 3x minus, plus 3x all over 2 square root 1 minus 3x. Right, now this is all over 1 minus 3x, which I'm going to move in a minute. I'm going to clean this bit up here, this top left bit. So I'm going to multiply this. I want it to have a common denominator, so I'm going to multiply it by this term here, just to get it all in the same spot. So I'm probably going to run out of room. I'm just wondering whether I can shift this a touch. Alright, cool. So not the best, but we're going to times this by 2 square root 1 minus 3x over 2 square root 1 minus 3x. So my next line here is going to be, I'm just going to get rid of this for the minute. So just because we know we're going to eventually, we've talked about in class that this whole thing up here is divided by 1 minus 3x. I should continue that line out. Okay, that means that's the same as timesing it by 1 minus 3x. So that's what this bit here is going to be. Now we've got this common denominator here. So we made these common. So we've now got a denominator of 2 square root 1 minus 3x. All right, and then on the top here we've got 2. 1 minus 3x times 1 minus 3x is going to give us 2 1 minus 3x, because the two square roots multiplied together, they cancel out, and then we've got this thing is plus 3x. All right, now our next step here, so remember my notation is a little bit poor here, dy dx. Okay, these bottom things here, all right, I'm just gonna leave these for the minute. So I've got 2 square root 1 minus 3x times by 1 minus 3x. On the top here, 2 times 1 is going to give me 2 2 times negative 3x is going to give me negative 6x plus 3x. And this would all be times by 1, which I'll just put a bracket there so it's proper notation. So times by 1 is not going to give us anything. Now, negative 6x and 3x is going to give me negative 3x. So I've got 2, take negative 3x on the top. So my next step here is going to be changing this into a better form. So we've got 2 minus 3x all over 2. Now I'm going to put these two just together because it seems to be something the textbook likes. So we're going to go to 1 minus 3x to the 3 on 2. That's because this bracket here is to the power of 1, this is to a half, so it's 1.5. And that'll be the simplest solution there. So that'll be all done. All right, thanks.